YouTube video privacy settings. What's the difference between private videos or unlisted videos? And in 2022, we now have members only option. So in this video session, I'm trying to explain to you as best that I can the difference between private videos versus unlisted videos. And also I'll touch base with members only settings. So most YouTube creators, they create the video to share it publicly. But as we can see, we can set a video to be private. Now, the difference between private and unlisted is that private means you actually have to share the video with someone. That means no one else can watch the video unless you invite them through an email. As we can see, you can invite others to view your private video by entering their email addresses below. Invitees must sign into their Google account to view your private video. That means whoever you're going to share your private video, they need to have a Google account. You can also set notify by email. That means when you want to share your private video, let's say John Doe at, let's say, gmail.com, and then you press done. That means they'll receive an email with a link to your private video, and for them to view it, they have to be logged in to their Google account. Now, let's take a look at unlisted. What does that mean? If I set the video to be unlisted, and let's imagine I copied the link to the video, unlisted means when someone searches, let's say, YouTube search box, they will not be able to see your video because it's unlisted. It's not listed anywhere. And yet, let's imagine you share the link on your website to your unlisted video. Whoever can see this link, they can view it. So even though it's unlisted, does not mean others can't see it. When you think of unlisted YouTube videos, think of it as it's not easily found, as it's not listed anywhere. But that doesn't mean, search bots or other people, if they have the link, they can view it. So that's the difference. Private video is basically private. Only the people you send the link to using an email address, only they can see your private YouTube video. Whereby unlisted, it's not listed anywhere. That means if someone was to search YouTube, if someone was to search, let's say, even Google search engine, they will not be able to see the link unless you specifically share the link. Make sense? So that's the difference. And in 2022, YouTube now has members only. Now, since you can set the video members only, if you were to select that, basically it's members only, members to your YouTube channel, so to speak, okay? But the trick with members only to understand is that if you live in certain parts of the world, then members only may not be available. Okay, so it's rather very confusing unless you've been on YouTube for a while. Okay, so members only is you have your members, whether you're running live sessions on the video, because that is an option now in 2022. So the difference between private, once again, it's private. Only people you share the link with using an email, only they can see it. Now, having said that, since Rank Your YouTube channel did create a video previously trying to explain the difference between private video versus unlisted video. Some people say, you know what, I've set my video to private and yet I end up seeing 50 views, but I didn't share the link with anyone, so how is that possible? Yeah, well, remember, YouTube private video, when you set it private, no one's seeing it. The only reason that you may get views on a private video is perhaps some bots trying to request it. Let's imagine this scenario. Let's actually set it. I'll actually show you. Let's set that video private and let me save it now. That means Rankia fans visiting Rankia YouTube channel won't be able to see this video because it's set private. Let's go and view that video using incognito option on a browser. Let's see what happens. As you can see, if you do not share the video link using an email, people trying to access it, this is what they will see. Now, since there are some bots on internet trying to request random YouTube videos, they may actually create those views. Once again, when you set YouTube video to be private, no one is seeing it unless you share the link using an email address. Let's actually set this to unlisted, so I'll show you the difference. Let's save that as unlisted. Let's save changes. Now, let's refresh this browser to see what happens to an unlisted video. I will be able to see it because I have the URL. Let's refresh. As you can see, that's an unlisted video. Okay, it's unlisted on YouTube search. It's unlisted in Google search. It's basically unlisted, but if someone has the URL address, they can view it. So that's the difference. Private basically is private. Let's actually set that to members only, so I'll show you that as well. Let's save changes. Let's go and view that video for members only. As you can see now, you create a community post. Members only videos are still in beta stage, so depending on when you're watching this video or the location that you reside in. Let's imagine you reside in India. This may not be available. Let's imagine you reside in some African country. This may not be available, okay? So members only is you create your own community on YouTube and share the link with members. Okay, so not now, I'm not going to do that because I'd like to keep Rankia videos public. And before I close up, let me actually show you how I use the privacy settings. I don't set things private because Rankia YouTube channel wants to share knowledge, right? But certain videos, I just want my website visitors to see. When that is the case, I can say, you know what? Don't let YouTube community find my video because I'm setting it to unlisted. But I want to have that video on my website for website visitors. So that's an ideal place, okay? But nonetheless, how you use the privacy settings is totally up to you. I've tried my best to simplify the privacy setting. Once again, when you set your videos to private, rest assured other people cannot view your private video unless you invite them using an email address. And they have to have Google account to be able to access it. Okay? So, I hope this video has been helpful. If so, please do give it a like and share it. If you're still confused, once again, simply comment on this video so I can reply accordingly. I thank you very much for learning with Rankia, and I'll talk with you in the next video session.